Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Look who I have here, Daneka, my baby
Hi.
sister, over here in the Blessed Place. And as most of you know, my sister Daneka will be leaving soon to embark on a journey. And we're going to let her talk about that, but I'm going to interview her and ask her a few questions. So, Danica, your first question is, tell us who Danica is.
Well, I am a sister of three sisters and a brother, and I am an aunt. I am a Christian, a very, very good daughter, and I'm a YouTuber, a blogger. I love to travel. I don't have any kids, and I'm single. I don't want any kids, but I will take a man. And
A man for 500 Alex.
okay. Um, what else? And a coffee lover and food lover. Definitely a foodie.
A real foodie. Not just a
Definitely
greedy like me.
Definitely a foodie.
this girl wants to follow me on Twitter, and she said, "There's a big difference between a foodie and a greedy. I'm unfollowing you."
OMG.
It was so funny. It was hilarious.
That is
to me.
hilarious.
I was like, "Well, she ain't lying. Danica is a foodie. I'm a greedy."
That is so funny. Why did she say that? Okay, well, maybe you can tell the story later.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, well, yep, that's basically who I am. And, I'm a natural educator. I like being able to convey, lessons to people. But I'm also a lifelong learner. Love to learn. So,
And I will add that she is creative and brilliant.
well, I like that addition.
Okay. Tell us about the exciting journey that you're about to embark upon.
Okay, so, and just so you guys know, I don't know any of these questions that she's going to ask me.
Yeah, I didn't tell
She
her.
didn't share them with me, but I'm about to move to Colombia, South America, and I'll be teaching English to Spanish speakers, of course, in Colombia. And while I'm there, I'll soak up the culture and learn Spanish myself. I'll try my best and travel the region. So I'll be moving there for a year for now, Sunday, as in 2 days.
Okay. Share with us how did this opportunity come about?
Well, for years I was interested in moving abroad, and what happened was I just realized maybe about 4-5 years ago that that's a dream that could actually happen. It doesn't have to stay a dream forever.
Exactly.
And I was watching House Hunters International and just different things, and was thinking, why can't I do that? I could do that if I wanted to. So I started researching it, and it wasn't until about a year ago that I really started researching how can I do this? Not just that, oh, I can do this, but how can I do it? How can I actually do it? And then I had already thought about it in the years prior, saying, maybe I should get a master's degree. That'll help me out. So I finished my master's degree a little over a year ago. And then about a year ago, I joined a Facebook group, and it's Black Americans Living Abroad on BALA. And I started noticing that a lot of people, they were teaching English to Spanish speakers or whatever other language, they would actually go to that country and live and teach in that country. And I thought, that's good. I know English.
I can speak some English.
Right? I can speak some English. I can talk right if I, if I brush up on it a little. So I was like, I'd love to teach English to foreigners, and actually I would be the foreigner. So I would love to teach English myself. So what I did was I went online and found a reputable company to get my TEFL certification. And TEFL, there's so many different types of certification. There's TESOL, there's TEFL, there's ESL, but they're all basically the same thing. So my company was TEFL, which is teaching English to as a foreign language. So, and I got that certification this summer. And after I got the certification, I just started looking at opportunities, and I went through TEFLgraduate.com, and they sent me an email and said, we have some jobs posted can you go and take a look and see what you can find? And I said, sure. And I went, and 2 weeks later, I had the job.
And it's amazing when you realize that you don't have to just dream a dream, but a dream can come to fruition, and you start moving towards that, how things start to fall in place. But you could sit forever wishing, dreaming, hoping, but not actually putting into action. And then when you decide, I'm going to make my dream come true, it's amazing how things will fall in place.
And there's such a thin line between a dream and a goal, and that line is called decision. And once you make that decision, it's like you start noticing that other people are doing the exact same thing. God starts to put other people in your path that you can go to and ask, how do I do this? How did you do this? And, it's so funny because I've seen so many gurus, life coaches and, financial coaches and, billionaires, whatever, on the internet. And they said, surround yourself with people that are on your level and above your level, or where you want to be. And people tend to think that means someone smarter than you or someone who has more money than you. But whatever it is, if they're on the next level, surround yourself with those people. And here I am. I mean, something as simple as in the Bala group, these people are already living abroad where I want to be. So they were able to give me that knowledge of how they did it. So I was able to go and do it myself. And so now I'm like, here, honey, here's all the knowledge that I had as well.
And don't you just love when people share their knowledge? And because a lot of times we think people are like crabs in a barrel. And I think there's a small percentage of people who are like that. But there are a great percentage of people who love to share their knowledge and help others.
Definitely. I think when people think that you want to take what they have in order to get where you want to be, then they start becoming that crab. But I think those same exact people, if you make sure that they know that I just want some knowledge from you, I think even those people kind of, let go a little bit and give you the information.
So what are you most excited about as far as the whole opportunity about going to Colombia? What are you most excited about?
Girl, I don't know. I'm going to use a line from one of your favorite movies, Ever After. I could no sooner choose a favorite star in the heaven.
Exactly.
But
choose two.
Okay, two things. I'm excited about learning about the culture, because that encompasses everything, like the region, the food, the people, everything. And then number two, hands down, it's actually number one. I'm hands down most excited about the aspect, or the prospect rather, of learning Spanish. I've wanted to learn Spanish since I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Since we were pretending that we were talking Spanish.
Right.
Not realizing people knew we weren't speaking no kind of language.
Exactly. Like when you're a kid, you think that, oh yeah.
You think you're fooling somebody.
Yeah. But so I've always wanted to learn Spanish. I've taken Spanish all through school and everything else and just never learned it.
Okay.
So immersion and, learning is what I'm most excited about.
Most excited about learning Spanish and the culture.
Right.
What are you most fearful about?
Roaches, bugs, just bugs, and I'm most fearful about like every day living in a house that I don't know. Like, what if they here? I know we have palmetto bugs and we have lizards on the outside of the door. As soon as you open the door, it's like lizards everywhere. We got squirrels running everywhere. But if I see like a barracuda, barracuda's a fish. I know that. I'm just saying. But I'm saying if I see something like a mongoose, remember we saw the mongoose run across the street in St. Thomas
or St. Martin? St. Thomas.
Yeah, it was in St. Thomas. If I see like a mongoose or just anything that I'm not
at your front door,
right? Oh Lord, help me, Jesus! I gotta come back to America. And if I see something like that, I'm most fearful of just everyday, like, what is that? And spiders. They have tarantulas in South America, so I'm afraid of that kind of thing mostly.
Okay, besides family and friends, what will you miss? What do you think you'll miss most? You might not know for sure, but what do you think you'll miss most about home or America?
English. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought about this before. I think that the reason why I say this, first of all, English, I mean the actual language, like hearing English on a daily basis, because my best friend is from Puerto Rico, and she's tried. We've hung out at her house all day long, and it was all day Spanish. And I'm just like, first of all, stop. Just turn it off. Just go back to English. I can't hear anymore. Because it's not because, I don't love the language. I love the language. It's just, I don't know what you're saying, and my brain hurts, and I don't want to have to keep trying to figure out what you're saying. Just, come on, just speak English. So
like you're more tired at the end of the day.
Yes. It's draining to like, I'm always trying to think, because it just does not come as easy to me, and not in my opinion. So I'm just like, what? Okay, say it again. It was so funny. She said something to me, and she said it real fast, and I said, "Parlez lentement, s'il vous plaît." Girl, that's French, and I don't even speak French, and I was like, "Girl, slow it down." And it's like, más despacio. Oh yeah, I did know that. I know what more slowly is in Spanish, but I don't know why.
You came out in French.
I was so done, and parlez lentement just came to my mind as opposed to Spanish. So I think I'm gonna miss English the most, and that, I know that's weird to say, because that's the whole point of going there. But
aside from getting all of your information when you first get there, what are you most looking forward to?
Coffee, Colombian coffee.
Really?
I'm most looking forward to having me some authentic Colombian coffee, which I suppose they only call it coffee in Colombia. But yeah, so.
Okay. And our last question.
Okay.
How do you think this experience after the year will affect you, change you?
That's a good question. I think, first of all, I'll feel empowered. I think by empowerment, I mean, I think I'll feel more so that I control my own destiny. Because even though I kind of feel that way now, but I only plan on doing this. I haven't done it yet. So I think I'll even feel more empowered once I come back. I think
more empowered that you can do more than just dream a dream, but you can attain.
And I can set a goal for myself, and I can attain the goal. I can make a plan. Make the steps for the goal, and actually go through the steps and see it through to fruition. So I think that I'll know that for a fact. And even though I know that there could be ups and downs throughout the year, but it will be done, and it will be a goal completed. I've lived abroad now, because the original goal was to live abroad. So not necessarily just Colombia. Okay. So I'll know that I can do that. I'll know that I can be independent of my family and not have to be around my family and see them every single day. Because I see some part of my family every single day. I can't even imagine what I'm going to do in this next year. And I know that, I'll have some visitors, but I see my family every single day. I don't even know what that's like anymore. And every now and then, when I lived alone, I would go a few days, but that was no big deal because I could see you guys. Everybody was 15, 20 minutes away. Now I don't have that option. So, I'll know that I can survive, if I'm away from my family for longer than a couple of weeks, So, and I think also the main thing for me is I feel that I'll come back more so of a global citizen and not think like an American, but think like I'm not the only person in the world. Americans are not the only people in the world. And even though I know that, but I still feel like, but in America we do it like this.
We're kind of a sense of entitlement.
Yeah, a little bit of entitlement. And I don't like that feeling, but I know I have it because I'm just like, I need for you to do it like this, this, and this. If I go to Starbucks and y'all got my order wrong, it's gonna be some head to pay up in here because I paid you $6 and some change. But it's like over there,
like, ma'am, you're not in America,
right?
Where the customer is always right.
And not only that, but it's like there's some real issues going on in the world, Daneka, and you worried about your coffee. You that upset over a venti? So I think that coming back, feeling more so like a global citizen is the feeling that I'm also going to I would say relish in the most. Mm-hmm. And I'll come back and be sneak listening to some Spanish people be like, oh, I know what they talking about. So, that's what you want to do when you learn a new language. Be like, I know what y'all just said. They could be talking about buying some grocery, but be like, you didn't think I knew that, did you?
Exactly. So I must be brushing up on my Spanish. So you be just speaking Spanish and I don't know what y'all talking about.
Right? Who am I speaking it to?
Exactly. Okay, well, I said last question, but I kind of lied. Last question. Tell the...
Second lie today. Jesus be with her. She didn't tell y'all about that other lie, did her?
You have to follow me on Facebook for that one. Facebook, Deidre Hillary. Deidre, D-I-E-I-D-R-E. Hillary, H-I-L-L-E-R-Y. But last question. How can my blessed ones stay in contact and follow this journey that I know you're going to vlog,
Both.
blog and vlog, and share with us? So how can they stay tuned?
Okay, first of all, my name is Daneka, D. Hillary, and you can find me on...
How do you spell Daneka? There's so many different ways.
There's only one way to spell Daneka.
Entitlement.
D-A-N-E as in Edward, K-A. D-A-N-E-K-A. Hillary is H-I-L-L. E as in Edward, R-Y, H-I-L-L-E-R-Y. So you can find me anywhere. If you search Daneka Hillary, you're going to find me on like LinkedIn. You'll find my Facebook page. But on all of my social media, you can find me at Soul Epicure. S-O-U-L-E-P-I-C-U-R-E. So I have soulepicure.com. I'm on Twitter, Soul Epicure. I'm on Instagram, at Soul Epicure. And I am on YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com/Soul Epicure, and I'll be creating content and videos while I'm in Colombia and adding those to my YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/Soul Epicure. So anywhere you go on the internet, Snapchat, Periscope, I'm at Soul Epicure for everything.
Okay, well, follow her as I will be following her. My baby sister is leaving, but I'm so excited for her.
And soulepicure.com. I forgot about that.
Yes,
that's what I'll be blogging about.
Yes, soulepicure.com. So my baby sister is leaving me, but I'm so excited for her, so proud of her. So just watch out for what's going on over there. And of course, stay tuned here in the Blessed Place for a lot more content. And follow me across social media at SoSoBless1. Love y'all. Y'all be blessed.
Bye.